know what I'm saying? And now, guess what? It's in Afghanistan, yeah, the biggest poppy fields. All right, that's why they're in Afghanistan for the poppy fields, and that's the shit you use to make what is that, Iraq? Shit to use or is that Afghanistan? Shit to use to make cell phones. All right.
Yeah, that's over there too.
Yep. So that's the main thing, and that's what everybody got a cell phone, and everybody, you know, believe it or not, everybody uses that shit. You know, that opium. All right. Once you break it down, I believe it's like Demerol and shit like that.
Opiates.
You know,
They're called opiates.
they got that stuff in there, man. That shit that Michael Jackson was on, man. You know, they ain't nothing but drugs, man. All right. In America, is either oil, drugs, or you know, basically resources. At the end of the day, all right. They're basically trying to control resources. They ain't worried about no world peace or nothing. They already got control of Africa. That's why America ain't doing nothing about all them damn Hamites dying, man. Yeah. You know, if that was such a big deal and they need to control the world and bring peace to the world, why they ain't going to Africa?
Right.
Cause ain't nothing there. They already got control of Africa. They already stationed up in South Africa. All right.
That Muslim so-called terrorist group that kidnapped those 226 little girls in Nigeria.
Yep.
America ain't doing nothing about that. They ain't even believe it until, you know what I'm saying, people started hashtagging it on Twitter.
Yep. Yep. But America knows they're so up on shit. They know about weapons of mass destruction before it even comes out. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is out there on the news. They're telling you. Based off your background, you would know about that shit before it even happened. You know what I'm saying? You already had SEAL Team 6 out there. Okay? But Africa, you already got control of Africa. What you need to go back up in there for? Alright? As far as going with your troops. You don't need to. That's a waste of money.
Right, they got a whole military unit, you know what I'm saying, assigned to Africa. That's where AFRICOM comes from.
Yep.
That's your job to control Africa, to command Africa.
Huh?
What's that? Right now we're going over the Roman Empire and the beast and the horde that's sitting on the beast. But we're out here telling the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans they're the true Israelites according to the Bible.
Yeah, you never read Revelations? Read the Bible?
Yeah, from time to time.
So you ever heard about the beast and the whore that sitteth on the beast?
No, I just heard about the 7 mountains.
Yeah, that means the seven mountains is governments. All right, there's in Revelations there's scripture about the great dragon and the whore that sitteth upon the dragon, and it had 7 heads, which is 7 mountains. All right, which you just read. You got that? Yeah. You just read it earlier.
You just read it right there.
Verse 9.
Yep. It's Revelation 17 and verse 9. It said, and here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains.
Yep, like you said, 7 mountains, right? The 7 heads are 7 mountains. And mountains are governments. German major, Rome, French, France, Hispaniola, German minor, British, the Greeks, okay? That all, this is 7 mountains, which are the 7 governments, okay, of the beast. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Come.
It says, the 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
Yeah, and he's talking about the downfall of the 5 of the 7, okay? Which the brother went into. All right, I'm gonna you can name them all.
Yeah, it's Germania Major, Germania Minor, the Spanish, and the French.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead.
It says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen.
And the Greeks, sorry, in the Greeks.
5 are fallen, and 1 is.
And the one that is Rome. Because Rome, the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, took down all those empires. And they pretty much, ancient Rome was like I said, Europe, Asia Minor, and North Africa.
And the other is not yet come.
And the one that not yet come, that's talking about Britain. Because Britain was actually the last to fall to the Roman Empire, but they didn't even take over the whole of Britain. And Britain had the power seat in the world before America, from that time all the way to America.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
That's that short space of time.
And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition.
That's right. The one that the eighth is America, because it said, read it again.
It says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven.
He said it is of the seven, because where did America come from? America came from England, from Britain. That's where, like we were saying, for the 13 colonies to set up, you had to get that charter to come over here. America, that's why they had the Revolutionary War, to break away from Britain. So America is basically the daughter of Britain. That's why our tax money still goes over there.
And is up to seven, and goeth into perdition.
That's right, and goes into utter destruction, because America's going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
That's right, that's talking about the EU, the European Union.
Yeah, because NATO and the EU, they don't have any kingdom, they don't have no crowns, but they control and orchestrate the world. You know, just like you got all these wars and stuff, and NATO jumps into it, and basically they'll defend whoever their interests are for. You go in Syria, they support the rebels. They go somewhere else, they support the country itself. However, they can take it over and get control of resources. Whoever side that puppet is on, they're gonna go over there and use their army and fight for them. All right.
What is this?
Who is that to you? That's a real question. Who is that to you? Without the horns.
That is Jesus, so why is it hard to me?
Jesus, right? Who told you that? Who told you? The Bible tell you? The Bible tell you that's Jesus? That's what he looks like? You sure? What scripture is that? I gotta find that. Because according to the Bible, he don't look nothing like this. According to the Bible. Alright? That's why I asked you who told you who this was. Because the Bible don't say he looked like that. The Bible say he was a man of color with white woolly hair. That's strike one right there. That's strike two, skin, the eyes as red as lamps of fire. That's strike three right there. Okay? That's not a depiction of Christ at all. Alright? So now who is this guy? Now that we know that's not the depiction of Christ, that's Caesar Borgia. Okay? He was a the second son of Pope of Rome, the second Pope of Rome. Okay?
Second son of Alexander VI.
Yes, like the second son of Alexander VI, okay? And Leonardo da Vinci basically painted this picture, okay? He sat him down and painted the picture, and this is what it came out to be. And they took this image and brought it to America and said, this is Christ, all right? Now, when you do that, all right, you gotta deal with, look out, take a step back and look at it overall. If you come with this image and say this is Christ, then who you think the Israelites gonna look like? Like these people, all right? So when you do that, then you're gonna start thinking, and they treating us through slavery, they treat us like we were nothing. The whole time we were the Israelites. But if they tell you this is Christ, they're gonna say we can't be Israelites because Christ is a white man, basically at the end of the day. So it was a mind trick, all right? That's why we got horns on them to debunk that BS that they're putting out there, okay? So Christ is a dark-skinned man with white woolly hair, okay? So that's at the end of the day, that's why we got horns on, okay? But a lot of people say, oh, why you got horns on Jesus? That's a good ask the question, which is what you did. You're supposed to ask questions, man. That's how you get answers. Don't assume, you know. There's a lot of people walking by and think we antichrist because we got horns on a white Christ. We believe in the Son of God. We don't believe in his false image, though. Okay? And you're not supposed to believe on. Give me that St. John, the fifth chapter, 10th verse. Okay? Not St. John, verse I don't believe. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, I got it.
First John.
1 John chapter 5 and verse, I'm starting from 10. It says, he that believeth on the Son of the Most High hath to witness in himself.
Have the witness in himself. So you say you believe in God, right? You believe in the Son of God. All right, you would have the witness in yourself. Okay, what is the witness? It's the Bible. That's why I asked you where you get that from. All right, because if the witness is in yourself, you would say, no, he don't look like that according to the Bible, because that's the witness. The witness told you he don't look like that. All right, go ahead.
It says, he that believeth not the Most High hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that the Most High gave of his Son.
He believed in not the record. What is the record? Give me that in Revelation. We're going to read the record real quick. All right? And basically making the Most High a liar. Okay? You're making the Most High a liar because he wrote it down for us how he looked. But then you'll turn around and say this. So you're basically saying the Most High is a liar by saying this is Christ. I don't know what y'all talking about what the Bible says, but this is Christ. Because this is how I was raised. My mama told me this. My dad told me this. Every time I go to church, I see this. But guess what? I'm going to tell you another fact. You go over there and on the Vatican, he ain't up in there. There's a dark-skinned Mary and a dark-skinned baby Christ. Okay? Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show his servants the things which must shortly come to pass.
Yeah, so basically, revelation means to reveal. Okay? So he says the scripture, verse 1 saying it's giving you it's revealing, Christ, basically. Okay, the revelation of Christ. Okay, go ahead.
And he sent it and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
All right, jump to verse 14. 13.
Yeah, 13. Revelations 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Yeah, who is the Son of Man? That's who y'all call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua, okay? In the Hebrew tongue. Go ahead.
One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Yup, same type of garments, just a little bit different, all right? It was a green garment, okay? Go ahead.
Down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Yeah, golden girdle. You know, to this day, why wrestlers and UFC champions and boxing champions wear belts, all right? Because back in the day, when they had wars, they used to wear belts to cover their kidneys. That's why they got the big one in the middle and the 2 on the side to cover your vital organs. So when they, try to stab down there, it'll block it. So basically, back in the day, they used to wear girdles to get their garments right. Okay?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Yeah, what you saying?
We gotta get going.
Yeah, we understand. All right, we'll continue. Y'all take it easy. All right, go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Yeah, his head and his hairs were white like wool. This dude's, what you call it, brunette?
Right.
Pause. All right, his hair is brown. All right, what it says, read that in John. He that make the Most High a liar, right?
Yep, it says, he that believeth not the Most High hath made him a liar.
All right, what the Most High said? Let's read that. His what?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Go ahead.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
It's not white hair. His eye is not talking about his actual pupil, the pupil area. It's talking about the
whites of his eyes.
The whites of his eyes, because he drank a lot of wine. So if you drink a lot of wine, your eyes get red, okay? And he drank a lot of wine. People say, or he drank grape juice. It wasn't no grape juice. Yahushua was getting wasted, for lack of better terms, because you can drink wine, all right? When the scriptures say a little wine for thy stomach, okay? Because it's a stress reliever, okay? Go ahead.
And
they call him a wine bibber and a glutton, because he ate and he drunk, Go ahead.
And his feet like under fine brass.
His feet like under